First video I've done of my tinny in a long while. I don't even actually think I've done one actually. It's a 1969 Quintrex fishabout. I originally had the front windscreen run up through here. I got rid of that. I've got 4 kids. Pretty hard to get them around at times, you know what I mean, if you're a parent. And sitting all the way up here, trying to keep track of everybody in the back there is pretty hectic. But yeah, took out the old floor. It's all new floor. It's all oiled, oil-based paint twice. New carpet. This is a second-hand console. Got this steering wheel and the helm controls and the outboard off a fiberglass boat that I bought for $2,300. So it's a 50. So I think I've done pretty well. Bought a bow rail the other day, didn't quite fit, so I've heated it up and bent it a little bit so that it fits a bit better. I've got the access hatch just here. Got our fuel gauge, and we've got the fuel tank sitting in here. I know that it's not super crash hot to have a poly tank undercover or like away, but if I need to, I can take out the anchor well. I've got access into here. I can just quickly unstrap it if need be. The anchor well is going to be plumbed up to some soft pipe, and it's going to be run down into this, and this runs down to the transom, and that's where it's going to be dropped out if there's ever any water in it. Bow rail comes up here. Yeah, don't have to let it come off, but I did a little bit of heating. I got it sitting pretty close. It'll be alright. That's mainly to stop the kids from coming up onto the bow, and they've got something to hold on to if they really need it. Console, got that painted. The esky can fit in here, but I'm going to put like a little jump seat here, just in case I need somebody sitting there. Under here, there's going to be the esky. Esky's going to sit in there. Right now, it sits so snug. It's just probably too snug. I want to be able to get the esky out if I need to. I'm going to put another little hatch just here. It's going to have, similar to this, but like one of those square lift up ones in this side. There's going to be the battery storage for all of the electronics. So I'm going to build like a little false floor in here, and it's going to have I've got a 138 amp hour battery AGM that I'll put in the front here. It's going to also counteract the weight from me being on the right hand side. I'm going to try and keep some things to the left so that counteracts that weight a little bit. I'll put like a little divider in here because the fuel is just in here. I didn't want like direct access to the battery, you know, fumes, spark, boom, don't like it. I've got to put the build plate back up on here. The original one, 1969. It's just going to get covered, so I'm going to take that out. I do have the old pedal seats that were in the old tinny. Picked up a seat from BCF. 129 buckaroonies. Most of this frame for this back seat was here. I've rejigged it. They used to have like a little lift up, pull off piece of ply which was like roughly cut around all this shit. Wasn't very crash hot, but for now I've just got these little carpet tabs. That's just in there. I will put a bit of a floor in there, I think. Under here I'm going to put a live well tank. I've got plenty of room to plumb it inside under there. This is my bait board. Got this one for free. It's pretty sick. Got 2 rod holders each side. Leftover Stano tube from a job that I had doing some handrails. I was going to make this like a little splash well, but it makes a bit more easier just to purely have it as an opening so that I can access any of the extra long cables. They were like 1 meter and a bit long. Didn't know what else to do. It's hard to cut them and to rejig them to work. So I welded this plate on also for the controls, and I nearly burnt the boat down. You can see a little bit in here. I've melted part of the carpet because the slag from under these welds, don't look at them very closely, they're absolute dog shit. But it actually fell, the slag, you can see some of the pieces there. The slag fell in underneath and it caught the foam on fire, which fucked me up. I was so scared. So my kids were like, "Oh, what are you doing, Dad?" "My fucking boat's on fire, my boat's on fire." Didn't know what to do. And so they ended up grabbing a fucking bucket. It wasn't enough. I could still see the embers glowing up through here. I was freaking the fuck out. After that, I was like, "I've got to get the fucking hose. Give me the hose." So I grabbed my hose. It is a fucking long one, and I just yanked on it. Ended up like wrapping around my son's ankle and fucking fully knocked him over. But I didn't care. I was more scared about the boat, to be honest. Yeah, but I ended up fully filling the hole completely. Just put the bung in and then fully filled the hole. I was fucking paranoid. I was like, in the backyard, the boat was like on a hell angle and it was going to be falling off the trailer. So I was like, okay, that's enough. I think that's enough. And I didn't really sleep too well. I kept going out there to make sure it was running, that it wasn't burning down. This is a battery that I had previously in it. It still works. It's still good. But the cables, the starter cables for the motor were quite long. They didn't need to be. And also when I was giving it a start last time, the negative was starting to smoke up a bit. Well, that's a bit dodgy. So what I ended up doing is I cut all the damaged bit off. That's not it. Yeah, they're the controls. But yeah, that there. I cut about twice as much as that, so about 1 meter or so I cut off. Yeah, now Bob's your uncle. She runs sweet. She kicks over straight away. I've got this. It's a Recover portable ice bar. That's going to be for flushing the bad boy. Oh, give it a crank over and you can see how it goes. It goes pretty fucking good actually. Got to sit them into neutral. Righto. Oh, she purrs like a fucking kitten. First little bit, but Telltale wasn't working to start with. And I hadn't really done much boat before. I was like, okay, that's your Telltale. What's going on? Pulled it off. In here, it was dry as. So I ended up just pulling it off, shoved a piece of wire in it, this fucking bed wire. Shoved it down there. It's inactive because I'm being active on the outdoors. Shoved it in there. Couldn't get it much further, and I could see that there's a bit of crud on it. Can't really see it now, but there's a bit of shit on it. So I ended up just getting the hose, and I just poked it at the hole after I took this hose off, and it fucking started back pressure, and all of the water that had already sucked up, it ended up coming through, so it was sweet. Connected the hose back up, and then yeah, I've got a steady stream. It's just a fat hose. There's no like reducer, so that's why it's coming out quite thick. Let's do a super stoked for that. I picked up the boat 2024. So I've had it a bit over a year. I had about 8 outings in it before I decided that it needs redoing. The whole thing was like painted this white rough colour. You can see it's like it was all flaky and shit. Got rid of all that. It's got fucking Swiss cheese, so many holes in it from everything. There's bog, old connections from biminies and shit. But I'm just going to be putting rubber EVA foam over this. Don't know what style I'm going yet. Same thing without the front ear. I'll pull up this hatch and then re-secure it. I won't secure this until I then get the EVA foam. I can take these guys out once they're bolted, EVA foam. And yeah, it was black on the sides. This trailer is actually from the other boat. That was a 3.9 metre boat and this is 4.4. So I ended up, don't mind the little surface rust, but I ended up extending this by about 900 millimetres because the bow was just about hitting the tray. So I ended up extending this, put a sleeve in through here, plug welded it here and over here. And it's just sweet. And then I had to drill this hole in here so I could feed the cable through. It's all hidden inside the chassis. Well, not inside the chassis, but once it pops out here, it goes around to the back. It's just like one of those plug-in systems. Osh's British Schmick. Pretty easy to do. This is also the winch from the other boat. Not super happy with it. I'd love to have this roller up here and then have this cable run through to here, but they've beefed up this section of the bow to take the load of the roller back in 1969. So yeah, this is not the right winch for it. It's also pretty fucked. This pin needs fixing. It's not clicking, it's not holding on the clips anymore, and it's pretty shit. I need new ones, to be honest. But yeah, that's an old Jim Jeffries Sydney built trailer. Mad flared bow knees, they're pretty cool. I bought it not knowing that it was this old. I thought it was 2000, that's what the rego numbers and rego papers said. But yeah. Oh yeah, I've got the water separator as well. I haven't known where to put that. I was going to put it under here, but it would have stopped this from actually going up. I was going to put it over there, but I'm going to be having a ladder over here. It's already got the holes there for it. And it just would have been, you would have been kicking your shit as you come up, and I just didn't want it to cause any grief. But yeah, this is my board. Hope you like it. I'm going to see if I can get some more videos of the last final bits and pieces that I'm doing to it once it's all cleaned up and finished. And yeah, hopefully if any of you guys are around like the Coffs area, I'd really like a fishing buddy. I don't have one at the moment. I've got 4 kids, it's hard to get time off to go do anything. But yeah, let us know what you think. Trails.